Hello everyone, welcome back to another Raiders video. In this video, I'll be giving my Raiders-Ravens game preview, so let's get into it. So this will be a tough game on the road against Baltimore. They have some advantages coming in. It's their home opener. They had some extra time to get ready for this game as they last played on Thursday Night Football last week. And of course, we're traveling across the country. So they have some advantages already. And of course, we know that they're a great team. And after last week, we might be doubting if we're a solid team at all. So we'll see what happens. But the Ravens are 1-1. They did lose to Kansas City, and I think everyone still knows they're a good team. They're just, a close loss to Kansas City was a good team, obviously, as well. So for us, really bad loss in week 1. Can we bounce back? It's not really the week to bounce back because Baltimore's a really tough team, as I mentioned, but I think there is a chance to win this game, obviously. We are 0-1, but it's still early in the season. I'm not going to give up hope. I'm not going to, lower my expectations from what my expectations were entering the season, which is, the playoff berth. So if we really are a talented team, we should go out there and at least compete against these guys, and we'll see what happens. I don't have us winning, but I will talk about how there are some ways you can win. And I had us losing this game going into the season anyway. Now, after a really bad loss week 1, I definitely have us losing, but I think it might be closer than some people think. So the Ravens, first of all, did show some deficiencies on Thursday Night Football last week. Their offensive line was not looking good. They lost 3 starters from last year at right guard, at right tackle, and at left guard. So you saw Lamar pressured a lot. He ran for his life pretty much. They only had 1 sack on him, but, with Lamar being as elusive as he is, that's really how it happened. But they had pressure all day. Chris Jones was in the backfield all day. And that's something that we can use because we also have a good defensive line, just like Kansas City. So, I expect Wilkins and Crosby to get in there and force pressure, at least Lamar to escape the pocket. Now, limiting him is a big deal because if you get pressure but he escapes and runs, it's not good for your defense. But if you get him to get out of the pocket, make errant throws, or just, a short run and he gets tackled, that's a great play on the defense. So have to contain Lamar. That's obviously the main threat when you think about the Baltimore Ravens. 3 years ago, we did do that. I remember that game. That's last time we played them. We were able to contain Lamar in that game, and we were the underdogs. We won that game. So I'm hoping for something similar here. But they also have an added threat in the backfield with now Derrick Henry. So you got one bruising running back in Derrick Henry. You got Lamar Jackson, an elusive guy that can also make plays on his feet. Last week, Derrick Henry was not that effective, but they were down most of the game, so they were passing the ball. Derrick Henry, I expect in this game to get a lot more carries than last week. Last week, I believe he got 13, and this game is getting a lot more than that. So you're going to have to watch out for the combo in the backfield of Lamar and Derrick Henry, because our defense has to be ready to tackle because, again, one bruising guy, one fast guy. So have to tackle well, absolutely, in that game. And their weapons, now, last week they threw a lot of checkdowns. They likely got his work, obviously. Not sure if he's going to replicate that production, but definitely got to look out for. Mark Andrews as well. Now, Zay Flowers is also a guy that they like to use all over the field. Jet sweeps, underneath catches, going deep with him. They do everything with him, so that's the main threat. Outside of that, we can contain, Rashad Bateman and Nelson Aguilar, former Raider. But I think we all know our defense is the only way we can win this game. I think our defense will keep us in this game for at least the first half. After that, we'll see what happens. But, I think with our defensive line, I think with our defensive backs, who did look good last week in coverage, I think we can limit this offense because, again, their offensive line looks suspect. Against our D-line, that's not a good sign for them. And our defense and pass defense look good. That's not a good sign for their receivers, who are not the best bunch. So I think that our defense can hold up. Now, on the flip side, you look at our offense, and it's not looking that good because the Chargers, I still don't think they have a talented defense, and Baltimore definitely does. So it's going to be tough because they have talent everywhere. And I'm not sure if our offensive line is really going to play better. I hope they do. I think that at least maybe the play calls get better. I think maybe Zamir White can establish the run more, but I can't expect a good running game. I can't expect Minshew to be cleaning the pocket the whole day. You know what I mean? They also have guys that can get pressure just like the Chargers do. They have 2 really good defensive tackles. One being a nose tackle, one being a 3 tech. At linebacker, they have Roquan Smith, so they can stop the run and just get pressure. Like, they're a team that gets pressure, stops the run. Their secondary as well, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams, Marlon Humphrey. They're stacked back there, so it's going to be tough because, again, good D-line, good players in secondary. Roquan Smith flies all over the field at the linebacker position. It's going to be tough, but we have to somehow, some way, try to establish run a little bit or hold up for Minshew, because last week we showed that we have the weapons to get down the field. Bowers got involved, Mayer, Jacoby, Devontae. You know what I mean? Trey Hawker even had a third down conversion. My point is, we have the weapons, but we just have to hold up and establish a run game. So this game might be another nasty one, at least for our offense. I'm not sure how we're gonna do, honestly. Baltimore has a really good defense. Our defense again has to hold us in the game. Hopefully the whole game, because last time the fourth quarter did not go well for us, but the first 3 quarters did. I do unfortunately have us losing this game and falling to 0-2, but I hope we do play this game competitive, because then I'll have some hope to go for the future. Onto Carolina, onto Cleveland, all those other teams. But if you get blown out, that's not the team I would expect. The team that I expect this year is to go out there and be a good team and compete against these other good teams. So even though I had us, losing this game in my record prediction, I still thought we'd compete in this game. If we get blown out after already looking ugly in week 1, it's not going to be a good sign. So again, I hope we compete well. Our defense should keep us in it for a little bit, because again, our D looked good last week. The offense, it's not looking good right now. Hopefully they can just gel, and that's the only issue, just the offense gelling. Might be more than that though. But regardless, that was my Raiders-Ravens Week 2 game preview. I'm Marto, and thank you for watching.